everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at an affordable option for a seriously high lumen flashlight. This is the WOWTAC A5 3650 lumen rechargeable LED flashlight. Alright folks, welcome back. So I definitely wanted to give you guys an affordable option for a very high lumen flashlight. We cover a lot of other flashlights, and I know they're a little bit expensive. This is definitely something that for the lumens this puts out is unbelievably low priced. They run about 50 bucks. You're looking at a 3,650 lumen rechargeable flashlight. Now they are USB 2 and they do come with their own cord. And there are two versions of this WOWTAC A5. There is the A5 CW, or cool white, and then there is the NW, which is the natural white. This is the natural white here. This is what we're going to be dealing with. It's really just more of a different color, you know? I don't know if it's hard to say color when it's all white, but it's a different color of white is the best way to put it. I actually prefer the natural white, so I'm kind of glad they sent that to me. And you'll know on your box, because it will say on the bottom there, A5NW or A5CW for cool white. So, let's get into the flashlight itself. This light includes a 26650 battery, USB charging cable for the built-in charging circuitry, and you can use it while charging it. So if you have a power bank and you're out in the middle of somewhere and this battery is dead in there, you can use it with a power bank in Firefly, low, and medium outputs. Now medium is pretty impressive. We'll get into the outputs in a second. So I'm also impressed with the way this thing feels in your hand, the fit and finish. It's a really nice looking flashlight. That knurling on there it's very smooth, but when you feel it in your hand, it feels like it's not going to slip out. It's not aggressive. Let's show you the battery here. That is one huge battery. Very nice big powered cell, 5,000 milliamps. So it's powered by a Cree XHP70 LED, and the A5 produces 3,650 lumens with a beam distance of 760 feet or 234 meters. Floodlight design creates a nice white balanced spill. Really, really nice light to look at. Where it's not a spotlight, it's more of a flood. Whereas, you guys remember, and we'll compare this one, the A4, was more of a long distance spot. This is more of a floodlight. For us preppers and people who are prepared and survivalists and all that, I kind of tend to like the flood a little better because it gives you a little more of what's your surroundings. Spotlight's great. You know, if I'm 100 yards away, you can see me there. But you may not see the guy hiding over behind the bushes or anything else. Now, this did have a decent spill, and it does have its applications, but I kind of like the fact that this is a big floodlight and just big white light. I'll give you an example on the wall here. You see how it's just a huge white light. And don't worry, we're going to test it outside. I'm actually going to compare the beam between the A5 and the A4 V2. We'll compare the beams and see. You'll see the difference there. So as I mentioned, this is rechargeable. It's got its built-in charger right here on the back. Okay, and if you want to, this is IPX8 rated. If you want to keep that rating, don't leave it like that. Make sure when you're done, you push that in and seal it up. That will make sure no water gets in. It has charge indicators on here, so while you're charging, that will turn red. It's very dim kind of light, not obtrusive or anything. And when you're done, it will turn blue. You can see it blue there. It's got modes for every situation possible. It's got Firefly, low, medium, high, and turbo, of course, and strobe. So you have a little more modes than you have in other ones. Let's go through the modes really quickly here. There's your Firefly. Your low. I don't know if you can see there's the low. Medium, high, and turbo. And there's your strobe. So definitely easy interface to use, really simple. Really fun, kind of easy to click. There's no, push back here, 2 times that. It's really, really simple to use. And with an adequate case or a pocket case of some kind, this would definitely make for a good carry light, say on a battle belt or in a pocket, whatever. The only thing I'm a little disappointed in was there's no clip. There's no clip with it. Now, I don't see really where a pocket clip would go on this. Maybe here, and you'd have to carry it front up. Maybe on the bottom. But they do offer a lanyard, and there's a lanyard in the thing. There's a lanyard hole back there. So it's kind of, a trade-off. I probably would like a clip on it, but I guess I could always just put it on my belt in a carrier of some kind. Not really a huge, big thing. So let's take a look at the owner's manual for runtimes here. I'm going to hope I can read this while I'm looking at showing it to you guys. On low, that's 30 lumens, 46 hours. On medium, 300 lumens, 10.2 hours. High, 1750 lumens, and that is 3 minutes. I'm sorry, 3 minutes and then 140 minutes after. Now, it does drop down. It doesn't tell me what it drops down to. I'm going to assume it just goes to the next lower level, maybe medium when it's on high. On turbo, that's the 3650 lumens, and that runs for 3 minutes and then drops down for 120 minutes. On Firefly, which I showed you before, that's the 0.3 lumens. That's 37 days it will run on. And strobe is the 2100 lumens for 180 minutes. So you got your IPX rating there. You got your distance, your meters, your intensity, your candela, and your impact resistance 1.5 meters. So you can drop it from a height of 1.5 meters and it won't get damaged. Really simple flashlight to use. Lots of options. Definitely something good for a prepper. If you want a bigger flashlight with a little more oomph to it, a little more brightness. If I was walking in, say, a dark wooded area, I would prefer something like this. It would allow me to scan the ground in front of me for any kind of predators, animals, whatever, and up above too as well. A spotlight is really good for more of an urban environment, at least I think. A spotlight is good for an urban environment, or say a police officer who's trying to find somebody, in a specific area. If you've ever seen the spotlights on the cars, in the old days when they had them on the side of the cars, I think that would be a handy thing for maybe a security or a police officer or something like that. But for my usage, not only is this a little bit smaller and streamlined and thinner, but it's also got the kind of light I like. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it out inside first. I'm going to show you the difference between the beams. Then we're going to take it outside, and then we'll wrap everything up, and I'll give you a 15% off code for you that's good from March 26th back then to April 24th. Let me get it over on the other side, and we'll show you what it looks like inside. All right, so first off is your Firefly mode. I kind of have to show you that with my hand, because that doesn't really show up too well. Next up is your low. I'll wait for the camera to focus. There we go. There's your medium. And that's pretty darn impressive for a medium. There's your high. Whoops, I messed that up. There's your high. And there is your turbo mode. Unbelievably bright, like daylight in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare that with the A4. See how there's a spot? And you see you're kind of missing out on these other areas around here? I mean, they're lit up and there is some spill, but it's not like that, where everything is lit up. So you can see the difference. There's your A4, that's a spot. Nice light, don't get me wrong, just a different kind of purpose. And there is that whole filled up area with the A5. So let's take them outside and test them out there. All right, so first we're going to try out the A5. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it on high power so you can see what it's like. There we go. Okay. So you can see it's a big, open, wide area there. And we're going to move the camera around so you can see a little more. I know it looks like it's daylight out here. That's just my camera. But you notice how the house isn't lit up over there. I mean, you can see it. You see it's a house, but it's not super, super lit up. Now we'll compare that with the A4, and I'll show you what I mean and the difference between the two. All right, so here we go. Kick it on. And there is the beam. And that's the beam I was talking about. Let's take that back over to the house. You see how it's directly on the house? And it's lighting up. So as far as a flashlight, I would say for, say, hanging out in the woods, bush crafting, whatever you're going to do, camping, bug out bags, I kind of like having that big bright light where I can see everything. I can see the ground, I can see that tree in front of me there, I can see the ground in front of me, the bushes, I can see pretty much everything. So I don't know if there's animals out there or anything like that. It's a little bit easier to see, but for long distance, and like I said, for security purposes or something like that, let's move this around and take a look at the front of my house with this. Alright, so here goes the A5. See how much bigger a beam that is, and you got more spill in the lower areas down here. All on the ground there, you got that spill underneath. Let's move to the A4. See how the beam's focused? you're not getting as much of the spill on the sides as you were with the A5. So anyway, I'm kind of liking this A5. I think this is going to be one that I use in my go bag, or at least my get home bag, because it's got such a big wide open area. I mean, if there's a snake down there, if there's anything down there that's going to get me on the ground, let me get my finger in the way there, I'm going to be able to see it down there. There's my front door. You can see everything pretty well. It's also not getting hot, which is really, really good. You know, I worry about these things getting super, super hot. This is not getting hot at all. So, let's take it inside and finish up. Alright, so that's a pretty darn impressive beam out there. I like the way that lights up everything. It has such a nice, bright, white light to it. You know, it's not a dim kind of LED. You know, some LEDs you get from these different light distributors, they're not as brilliant and as vibrant as that. I like the way that lit up everything really, really well. And I kind of like this for my personal use, you know, as a prepper, survivalist type, outdoors type person. I like being able to light up an entire area and get my picture instead of just one beam. Now, using the beam light, hey, I'm going to put that in my car because I may want a beam down the road a bit to see something, you know. Maybe down in front of me, you know, while I'm changing a tire with somebody holding it behind me, or me even holding it in my teeth or whatever. Horrible, it's horrible for your teeth. Dad was a dentist, don't do that. But you get the idea. So this is definitely a cool light. I definitely have enjoyed playing with it for the time being. And I do have a discount code for you. I wanted to show you the inside of the reflectors first. You have a nice, very smooth reflector in the A4 V2. And you kind of have this orange peel, kind of rumpley kind of reflector in there. I guess that's not really a word, but you get the idea. So that gives you that nice, bright light, you know, the natural light. And the code. Let's get into the code now. The code is 15A5 Iridium. Now I'm going to put that down below so you don't have to guess which one is capital, which one's lowercase, or if I said it right. Because I know sometimes I tend to mumble. I admit it. 15A5 Iridium. That's for 15% off from March 26th to April 24th. So you can definitely get a good deal on it, you know, if you want to try it out and see. I understand some of the flashlights I show, you know, it's just way out of people's budget. And for that matter, they think, well, what the heck do I need that for? You know, I already have a decent light. But I think once you try a little bit of a better flashlight, you start to go, oh, I get it. It's really weird. I know that sounds crazy, but it definitely lets you see that there's a little bit of difference to a better made flashlight. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I thank you for watching. I promise we'll calm down on the flashlight reviews in the future. We just had a lot. This past month, I've just been really, really busy with different stuff. I have some ideas for other videos that are kind of prepper survival related. We're going to get back into that a little bit too. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out our Amazon link down below. I will have links for this flashlight here, both in the natural white and cool white. So don't forget to check that out. They won't be in my store. They'll be on Amazon, but not in my store. And I have links in Amazon down below my store. You can check that out. If there's anything in there you like, get it, great. If not, just click the link, shop as you normally would on Amazon. You can use the search bar and find whatever you're buying. Still helps out the channel a whole lot. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below. If you're looking to get started in some freeze-dried food for storage, Thrive is the place to check out. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.